everyone. In order to make this little outfit, we'll start off by taking a square piece of cloth, then diagonally fold it over. Make sure that each of these edges overlap as such. Now use a thread in order to measure it inside. Use this clothes chalk in order to do so as well. Now afterwards take a pair of scissors and then make a curved cut at the top of it as such. As you're making this curved cut, make a cut right through it as well. This will be, once again, a slightly curved cut. As you can see, we are heading back up and it will also be a U-shaped cut. Afterwards, remove this portion of it, make it as even as possible with no loose ends. After this, then you may slightly open it up. Now, once you open it up a layer, make a small curve cut at the bottom as well. Make the small cut at the bottom. This would be extending the small U-shaped cut that you made at the bottom. Now, once you open it up, then afterwards, bring both the top portions back down and then they may slightly overlap. Stitch it up in place and then you have your design. We've also outlined it with blue. And so we'll be starting off by making these horizontal stitches to it. In order to make these horizontal stitches, we are moving vertically as such. Pull it tight together. Now afterwards, move on to the other side and then take the thread that is remaining and then insert the needle through it, loop the thread around it and then continue to stitch through it. Make these vertical stitchings to it as such. Now you may also be using the thread that you've lost out on. So this will be of good use and it is an efficient way. Next, as you can see, this t-shirt will start off by taking the measurements and afterwards, right in the middle, you'll fold it into half. Afterwards, take the shirt and then flatten it out. Using a cloth chalk, make the small curved line on one of the sides. Afterwards, cut it out according to the shape. Open it out. Now draw it together and then in the bottom you should have this downward facing V shape. Now stitch both of these parts together. Afterwards, taking this elastic piece, as you've added it to the top, you've made yourself a pair of shorts. This will be what it finally looks like. Next, we'll start off by taking a sleeve, cut off the outer portion of the sleeve as such. After you're done with this, then remove the stitches of it as well. Taking the elastic portion of it, reverse the side, add it to the top, and then slowly begin to stitch it in. As you can see, we are making this horizontal stitch to it. Continue to do so and then do this all the way through the other end. Make an entire circular shape outfit as such. As you have done this, then take a yellow thread and then afterwards, pull the needle through and then loop it around. Now, continue to do this. Now, we'll be doing this hemming stitch using the yellow thread. In order to do so, pull the thread in and then afterwards loop it around and then pull it through again. Now, if you have a hole, then we'll start off by making the stitch to it. Begin to stitch it in a circular shape. You may draw lines or dots in order to do it before. Now afterwards, begin to stitch it along these lines and as you're doing it, you will form a star-like shape to it. Make sure that you skip every alternate hole that is there and then continue to stitch it in layers. Now once you're done with the first layer, continue and as far as possible, make as little as a gap as possible. Once you reach the center of it, it would have covered up the hole that is present. Now make sure that there are no gaps. Thank you for watching.